Still going. I think I may have mentioned in a previous broadcast, if that's what you want to call it, from earlier in this run, the longest I'd ever achieved distance-wise was 18.5 miles. And I've just been reliably informed by Runkeeper, which is the app that I use to keep track of all my runs, and I've just passed 19.5 miles. So even if I fail of reaching marathon distance today, I will at least have beaten my personal best on distance. So that's not bad. But I have to say, about 4 miles ago, it was all feeling rather good. Far too good, in fact. Plodding along quite nicely, listening to some music, and generally enjoying it. But this last half mile has become increasingly tough. And I can certainly, I'm still hopeful that I can do it, but I'm certainly starting to feel the strain a bit. The hip's starting to play up a bit, the knee has a tweak, general energy levels are down, but 19.5 miles in, I don't really want to come this close and fail, so we shall just crack on as best as possible. I meant to mention before, what do you do when you're out running besides run? And I think that's a very personal thing. I discovered running back in the summer of 2011, and if I look at what Runkeeper says, which is, say, the app that I use to record all my runs, since then, collectively obviously, I've racked up 11,500 miles, which I'm not too sure, but to a reasonable percent is running the distance between the UK and Australia. Granted, it would have taken a few years. But there is no right and wrong answer. A lot depends on the distance that you're running. If you concentrate on running distance, running pace, a lot of people used to like to listen to music of a fairly high tempo just to keep things ticking along. In fact, in the early days of Spotify, and yes, I'm talking of you, Spotify, you used to have a really good feature that would pick songs that matched the pace of your run. So you would run along for, I don't know, half a mile and think, yes, that's my pace. And then it would say, right, well, I shall now deliver you tunes of that pace. And it was great. And then they stopped it, which is a real pain. So music is good. I listen to a few podcasts if I'm in a particularly thoughtful mood and just need challenging. I tend to listen to more of the scientific ones. Or alternatively, take the earphones out and just take in the view. That's equally as satisfying. But today, it's a playlist. A fairly eclectic mix. Some fairly high tempo, some slow, but it's just keeping me mind off the challenge and hopefully getting me from 1 mile to the next without me getting too hung up about thinking about when it's all going to be over. So, still going, a bit slower, not far to go now. Speak soon.